YouTube, another reaction video, another Kevin Samuels video. Without further ado, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more, share. Let's get into it, y'all.
But
Thank you.
black folks love to do that. They love to kill the messenger. But we're not going to do that here because I'm trying to. Okay, hello, Ashley. Ashley or Stephanie?
Hi.
Okay, hold on. Ashley, is that you?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you in the group?
No.
How old are you?
23.
23. Okay,
Yes.
what did I get wrong about the topic?
I don't think you got it wrong at all.
Okay, what I need you to do.
actually.
Well, hold on. You're making a lot of noise. Please stop doing what you're doing and just let's have the
Oh, I'm
conversation for
sorry.
5 minutes. Okay, because I can hear all the background noise. Let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was saying I don't think that you got it wrong, actually.
Okay. So you
Um,
called in for what part of the conversation?
well, I just wanted to give my input because I was actually like victim to realizing being single because of your weight.
Okay. Go ahead.
Um, so when I was 20, well, growing up, I always just was overweight. And it, I said that I was, single by choice, not sexually active by choice. But when I got to college, I actually realized that that was not the case at all.
Right.
And I was single because, I wasn't attracting the kind of guys I wanted. I was attracting guys, but not the kind of guys
Where'd you
that
go
I
to
wanted.
college?
I went to FAMU.
Okay. Are you outside?
I'm in my sunroom. I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Does it sound bad?
Oh well, we'll work through it. So, I'm curious. How do you get to
Okay.
be overweight, young in life with no kids?
Honestly, I'm an only child, very spoiled,
Okay.
and I just got whatever I wanted as a
Was
child.
your mom? Were
So
you raised by Was your father married to your mother?
yes,
Okay. And dad let you get that way?
yes.
Hmm. All right. That's unusual. Well,
Yeah. Well, a little background. My dad was actually not the healthiest person. He passed when I was a teenager
okay.
due to his health issues.
Okay. So what are you doing? So at what point did you start deciding to get yourself uh, under control?
When I got to college, when I was 19, I was pretty overweight,
What
and I
does that
didn't like
mean?
it.
What does that mean? How much did you weigh?
Oh, I was about 215,
How tall?
5'6".
5'6". See, Spelman actually scrapped all their college athletics and put all their money. And I see you, Stephanie. You're up next, and to put all their money into health and nutrition because they noticed that so many black women were coming to school obese.
Mm,
That's crazy. And you're 23 right now.
yeah.
How often do you work out?
I work out about 3 days a week.
Okay.
But at the time when I first started losing the weight, I just found it difficult. So I actually went under weight loss surgery, where basically half my stomach was cut out.
Okay. You said you first started working out and it was difficult.
Well, the weight, it just wasn't coming off
Okay.
the way I wanted it to. And I was just really unhappy. And I was a candidate for the surgery because it was obviously affecting my health as well.
Okay. I'm
So
always leery about surgeries, but if your physician said it, but are you at your goal weight?
yeah, right now I am.
And how are your marital prospects at this point?
Well, that's actually why I called as well. So I'm from a semi small town in Florida, moved to the New York City, New Jersey area when I finished school last year.
Okay.
And I've lost all this weight. I've gotten the skin surgery. My body is where I want it. And I really haven't had any trouble finding these high earning men.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having trouble getting commitment and getting into a committed relationship.
Why do you think that is?
Them. Well, more background.
Okay, but you gotta hurry up. I got other people going. You gotta get to it. Come
on. Ultimately, I'm a virgin. I'm not waiting for marriage, but due to my previous position in the way I looked, I didn't have any prospects. So now that I do have these prospects, I'm definitely not waiting for marriage anymore, but I'm also not just throwing myself at someone. So I make it clear when I'm dating these men that, I'm not trying to have sex if we're not in a committed relationship. I feel that could potentially be hurting me.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not
yes. Sure. Oh, yes. It hurts you. It hurts you. Let me just go ahead and lay it out online. Okay. Lay it 100% out online. A lot of guys feel like you cheated to get where you are. Whether it was, that's what a lot of men will hear. Doing the weight stuff. And the fear will be that you'll gain it right back because you didn't develop a healthy lifestyle and work the weight off. You didn't earn it. That's what a lot of men would think. It's what I even think.
Okay.
And then when you go in and you say, I'm 23 and I'm a virgin, you got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you're demanding a lot. And here's the thing. Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
Yes.
All right. So you want how many kids?
I would love a big family, at least 4.
All right. So basically, and you live in Florida?
Well, I'm from Florida. I live in North Jersey, New York City.
So you're looking at a man who's making about $700,000, $800,000 a year for a big of a family in that area.
Yes, if I choose to stay in that area.
Well, no, It's not about you choosing to stay anywhere. It's about where the man with that money is. See, your list is outrageous. But what you're talking about, you need to be a solid 9 or a 10 with the body of it and a track record of working with men and being cooperative with men to that point. You're nowhere competitive for what you're talking about. Now you're cute.
Okay.
But cute ain't gonna cut it for a stay-at-home mother, 4 children, and you're gonna be throwing this virgin thing on things. Guys are like, too many problems. Lower your standards, man, because you're not up there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if anybody ever had the heart to tell you that, but you're cute, but you're not up there. So can you bring it down to where you are?
Sure.
I don't believe that. You don't sound like you want to do that shit. You sound like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. But I mean, where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would, not being funny, I actually do think I'm a 6. I agree with you. I know I'm a cute girl, but I live in, the city. I have a lot of competition. Right.
So what you're asking for, if you're a 6, you're asking for a man who is a 1%. Actually, he's a 0.1% man. Really? Okay. What looks like for sixes? What'd you go to school for?
I'm a teacher at history and education.
Well, guess what? You're gonna be teaching for the rest of your life. You're not gonna be a stay-at-home wife.
Oh God.
But why don't Black women want to work like everybody else? I don't.
Well, no, I actually don't have a problem with working. It's just I don't want to be a teacher forever.
Well, you chose whatever you. But what I mean is whatever you. But what I'm saying, you chose it.
Yeah.
So, and I was saying that basically just to get you in mind. You got to start having some reality. Working. 72% of mothers have to work. You're gonna work. If you rank yourself as a 6, that means you can qualify for a man who earns about a 6. You're trying to get a man who earns damn near a 10. Stephanie, you can unmute. And I'm gonna say this, and also let you live. You may have gotten the surgery and all that other stuff. That's cool, but if you don't actually develop the habits, they told you what are the likelihood that you will revert back to what you were or get even bigger?
Oh, they've made it very clear that that could easily happen within a year.
Okay, and how are you doing with that?
Oh, I've maintained 100%. I got the surgery at 19,
Okay.
and now 23. Got the skin surgery about a year and a half ago. So
Okay.
I'm doing perfectly fine with my
Okay.
weight
Well,
now.
good. 3 days a week. But yeah, that virgin thing, you know, um, ladies in this list, man. I don't, are you a virgin? You aren't a virgin because of religious reason. You're a virgin because you couldn't get access to the man you wanted.
Yes, originally.
Okay. Well, and you're in the tri-state area. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. Like, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and answer Stephanie. Thank you, Ashley. I'm gonna put you on mute. Stephanie, how are you? Ari, I see you're next. Stephanie, what's going on?
Hi, hi, Kevin. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. The thing that you have gotten so right is about being overweight. Um, I think one of the reasons why my husband probably stepped out is we had some problems, and by that time I had gotten big for being 5'3". I was like 216 pounds.
Woo!
And woo, exactly.
Why? I'm curious. Why though?
You know what? It's just we get so comfortable thinking that people can accept us for what we are, where we are. He'll love me for who I am, and we really get lost in that. And we let our kids. We just eat everything. We just get comfortable. We lose it. We let it go.
So, are you guys still married?
Well, no, we're separated. It's been 3 years now.
Okay.
And it kind of sucks. This is very unfortunate, but that's what it is.
Okay. So who you separated from him, or he separated from you?
Well, what happened is that I found out that he cheated.
Okay, we know that.
And so
have y'all reconciled through that, or what?
I asked him. I asked him to stay, and I told him that I forgave him. And I don't know what his issues was. I told him that we should talk to people. So one day I came home from church with the kids, and he had packed up everything and left. So I didn't know what to do at that point. But prior to that,
okay, how long ago? How long ago was that?
That was 3 years ago.
Okay, what is he doing now?
I am not sure.
Is he still in the city? Is he still in the same place?
No, he moved to Rhode Island, and that's only by
okay. Do you have children?
That I found that.
Do you have children together?
Yes.
Are the children still young?
Yes.
Are the children still young? The children.
Yes.
So are the children don't know where their dad is?
They don't know, and I don't paint a bad picture, but so they don't have like a negative thought, but they know that he doesn't come around like he should.
Well, there's always okay. I don't want to get too deep into that. There's always more to the story.
I know it's deep. Well, I mean, going back, we had separated and things like that. He doesn't come around, doesn't call, doesn't support. I've talked. But
before we got all to that, what weight were you when you guys got married?
I was still big then. I was 160.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is too much for me to deal with in one call, but I will say this. Women do themselves no service by gaining lots of weight, because basically you're giving your husband the finger. It's basically saying, "Ha, now you got to accept me." And some men respond a different way about that. So if he's separated,
I can attest to that.
But what I'm saying is, no. I got to get the next thing. You got unfinished business. If you need to either get a divorce, and you can't just have a separation, man, for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, you can't be frozen in amber, not knowing where he is, and you need to get some closure for you and the kids. Yes. You need to do that. Not wait for him. Yes. You need to track him down and get this completed.
Yes, sir.
I can't stress that any other way, because kids are looking at you for some direction in that. I'm sorry to hear that
Exactly.
situation, but you got your part in it
Me
too.
too.
All right, thanks a lot. Bye bye. Ari, how are you?
Hi, it's Ari.
Ari, how are you? Sorry,
I'm well. How
Ari.
are you?
I'm good.
Godfather.
Uh-oh. Yes, my child.
No.
What's up?
No, I just wanted to completely agree on the topic. Like I know, for instance, like my non-Black friends, my Asian friends, like they'll all like will come back to work and they'll be like, yeah, like for dinner I only had like a mango, or I didn't eat dinner tonight, or so I feel like, because for me especially, I'm a big emotional eater. Yeah, I was raised with.
So are you married? Are you single or married?
I'm single. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
How old are you?
25.
25. If you know you're an emotional eater, are you currently in counseling?
No.
Why?
But good question. But I do actively work out, and I do have a personal trainer.
No. Absolutely not. You said you're an emotional eater. If you know that about yourself, then what's the thing that it would be smart to do? What would be smart to do about that?
I mean, I've definitely like
Why do Black people have such an aversion to counseling and therapy?
Oh, no. I'm not anti at all.
Well, what I'm saying is you diagnosed the problem. Saying it'd be like somebody saying, I had a drinking problem. And then you say, okay, have you gone in to get into any therapy, some treatment? No, I just, moderate my drinking. I got a heroin problem. Okay, have you gone and got some treatment? No, I just shoot up on the weekends. Your drug is food. And you're trying to manage your own addiction. Are you qualified for that?
Good point.
The answer is no.
Yes, no.
Why don't Black women have such a hard time with me? It's like saying yes. It's like I'm not going to say yes. If I don't say yes, it doesn't make it real. I'm not going to say yes. If I don't say yes, it doesn't make it real. Because here's the thing: do you want a man?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, a man that's worth a damn is going to look at you and see if you're handling your business. And if you know you have an issue and you're just not doing anything about it, what do you think he wants to say? Okay, that's a woman I want to deal with.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Right. Because you said your coworkers be like, I ate a mango, I ate this. When was the last time? How much do you weigh right now?
Shoot. I think a good 180.
How tall are you?
Pretty sad. I'm 5'4".
180. When was the last time you were a healthy weight?
I was 23. I was probably 21 to 23. I was probably the best health of my life.
Okay. What size were you then?
Maybe, probably like a 6.
No. How much did you weigh?
Oh, how much did I weigh? I think I got down to 153.
That's not a good weight. No. That's not a good weight.
Really?
You're how tall?
I'm 5'4".
You should be
5'5".
120 pounds.
Ooh.
See? You don't even know what normal is. 1960, the average height of the American female was 5'4". She weighed 123 pounds. The average American man was 5'9". He weighed 166 pounds. 60 years later, the average man was 5'9", and he weighed 168 pounds. The average woman had jumped up to 166. The black community, it's closer to 190.
So when it comes to a lot of these females in America nowadays, they're definitely at least 20 to 30 pounds over their expected weight for their height ratio. Their BMI is off the charts in America. I'm not gonna lie to you.
If I were to get with her, is she going to get more comfortable or less comfortable? She's going to get more comfortable. And God forbid, when we get pregnant, she's going to tack on another 50 pounds, 30 to 50 pounds with one kid. That means she's going to go to 210 to 230. Do I think she's going to lose all that weight? Will I get back my 180 pounds? No, she's going to. You're looking like you're going to be 250 by the time you have 2 or 3 kids. And in your mind, 150 is fine. Therapy.
True. I guess it's the way it looks on me. Like
That's
when
bull.
my
I don't
boss
want to hear
tells
that
me
bullshit.
just
I'm an
like,
image consultant. See, you're the wrong person to say this shit to. This is a black
You're
female
right.
issue. You got an unhealthy way of looking at weight. Black women have been this way. You go to high school and you see women, white women or black women, same age, same body size. White women are trying to lose weight. Black women are trying to gain weight. But the way it looks on you, but I need you to do me a favor. I need you to look down on your left ring finger and tell me what you see.
You're right.
That's
Nothing.
what it looks like to men. And this is something you have 100% control of. And if you don't do anything about it, you're going to look up, you'll be 30. And it's going to be harder to lose the weight. Okay? So why is it that you're so, that you won't get in and do the workout?
Oh, no. I'm actively in the gym. And like I said, I have a personal trainer.
Okay, good. You have a personal trainer. How long you had him?
Maybe like a month now.
Have you changed the diet?
Absolutely. I intermittent fast now.
Okay. Have you cut out like sugar?
That's the next step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What has your trainer said to do?
He definitely tells me to watch what I eat.
Okay, but are you moving faster than the trainer or slower than he asked you to go?
What do you mean?
Because most trainers will tell you from the rip, you need to cut this gut, cut that back. They'll give you a meal plan. But see, black women have this very bad thing about wanting to do things their way. It's like, I'll get a trainer and then I'll do this and then I'll do that. See, you should have cut sugar out the day you started with your trainer. He told you to watch the sugar. Why are you not doing what he told you to do?
I think it's, like I said, it's that just like crave for chocolate or whatever.
No, it's an addiction.
Absolutely.
And you need to understand why you use food to address your issues. But see, a lot of times sisters used to say, genetics or this, that, and you're opening to understand that a 25-year-old woman, you have all this knowledge and you're still not using it to its most effective. And your competition is eating mangoes for dinner.
You're so right.
I know, but so I mean,
and I think
the money you're spending on a trainer, you need to address what's going on mentally with you. Did you have dad raising you?
I did not.
Right. How many children did your mother have?
So I was the only child for 13 years.
Okay.
And my sisters, yeah.
How many? You're only child and how many siblings do you have?
Just one on my mom's side.
That's a daughter, another sister.
Yeah.
So
sister, yeah.
And how young is she? How old is she?
She is 11, 12.
And I'm assuming your mother is not married.
She is, but definitely not to a high earning man.
All right. And what kind of shape is she in?
She's okay. She granted.
How tall is she?
She's probably, I'm 5'3", 5'4". Yeah, she's probably like 5'2".
And does she weigh more than you or less than you?
She definitely weighs more than me.
Okay, then she's not okay. You see what you just said? An older woman who's shorter than you weighs more, and you just openly said she's okay.
I guess it's because of what she has kidney issues, which is clearly a problem. I also take that into consideration, but I don't think it's normal at all, for sure.
So would it be better for her to drop 100 pounds for her kidneys?
I would say so.
So how can you? Okay, did you go to college?
What's that?
Did you go to college?
I did, but I did not graduate.
But you come on, older woman, shorter than you, weighs more, and you said she's okay, and she has kidney issues. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We have normalized dysfunction to where women just refuse to hold yourselves to a realistic standard. You can't even see the world objectively. I'm having to pull you back into reality because your view of reality is so distorted. And you expect a man to pick that? Let's say he did. What kind of mother would you be to his children if you?
For me, I always want to have a household where
I'm talking about you. However you were raised is likely how you will raise your children. What you'll put in front of them for as far as nutrition. You'll have this stuff in the house. And your daughter is going to mirror what you did. It's a cycle.
You're right. And I do take that into consideration. And so, like I said, I feel like once I do get married,
you're not going to get married until you lose all this weight. Let me just be abundantly clear. The one comes before the other. You are not in the marrying zone. You want to get married, you better get down to 125 pounds. Why did you just go, like, well, I'll quit.
No,
I'll quit. Why? I mean,
I'm taking it all in.
You're 25.
I promise.
You're 25. You have no reason to weigh more. You weigh more than a man. Why have you made peace with this? I mean, you're 25, not 45. And I'm asking you you're young enough to do something about it. And you're just like,
No, I have not made peace. Like, I definitely have not made peace. I just think because I am an attractive woman, that kind of had leeway.
Oh, okay. Cam up. Get on cam.
I have my picture on YouTube.
Okay,
I look crazy right now. One second.
Go ahead. Cam up.
I look crazy. Wait.
Well, go to IG. I'll use your IG because see, I hear too many of our sisters thinking because you got a cute face, you can be big as a house and that won't matter. No, let's do it.
This man says big as a house. Yo. He not lying, G. He not lying, man. That's tough.
Finish her.
Hold on, please. My picture is on YouTube. But...
Okay, I don't. Okay, I'm not saying you're not. And let's say that you are a gorgeous woman. This is a waste of pretty.
Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, ABL. See, we've gotten to the point to where we've made it to where we can just like, all right, well, Is the chat moving too fast, you guys? Y'all need me to slow the chat down a little bit? We've gotten to a point now to where it's like, well, you can be pretty. You can have extra weight on you if you're attractive. And my thing is this: you might, if you actually would just get down to a healthy weight, you would live a better life. You could look better in your clothing. You would have better relations with men. You look better in your dresses. All these things. But sadly, so many women seem to have just said, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to lose that weight. He'll accept it. And men are not really accepting this. So I say, let me go ahead and while she's getting herself ready, not the caller, but understand, let's say you are a pretty in the face, overweight woman. Yes, you will find men who will gladly treat you like dry cleaning. In by 9, out by 5. You got to be in this house by 9 and out by 5. But you will not get daywalker status. There will be no dates. And I would think that would do more to your psyche than being, than having to deal with a counselor and a therapist and things like that. Knowing that if you dropped 60 pounds, you could get out of the dating circuit. You could get out of the random hookup kind of thing and actually get a long-term relationship and or marriage and have something where you're going forward with one person and you're charting a life other than changing people time to time to time to time. Come on, man. That's not cool. You don't like switching people. That's why people go through issues when they break up with somebody, because it's like a death. And you got to start that all over again. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? You don't want to do. It's like, damn, I don't want to do this no more. Where'd she go?
Sorry, I'm here.
All right. So you're 25 and fine.
I think so.
Okay.
I've been called pretty all my life. Hold on.
Okay. We're going to ask to start video.
Oh.
I can't see you.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, tell you.
Can I see myself?
Huh?
Okay. Sorry, I want to see myself.
I don't know. Can you see yourself in Zoom?
Yeah, it's like a little camera.
Yeah, but I hope you're not watching. I don't want you watching YouTube.
No, I'm not. No.
Turn off YouTube, because that'll actually mess up the video. So here's the thing. Your dad died when you were younger, right? And your mom how long has she been married?
Since I was like 9. Since I was like 12.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So let me ask you a question. When was the last time you wore your natural hair?
I wear it quite often.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you actually had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, and you can't use 7, you cannot use 7, where would you rank yourself? Face only.
Without makeup?
Yeah, face only.
Without makeup?
Yeah.
Without makeup right now, probably like a 6. But with makeup, a solid 8.
Okay, you put yourself up there with Beyonce. Beyonce is an 8.
You said I can't use 7?
No.
I guess like a 6.
Beyonce is an 8. Do you have a tattoo?
You can see that? It's on my shoulder.
I thought you had one on the other side. Okay.
No, I have no tattoo.
Okay.
Like, no.
All right, and you're 5 foot, how tall? 3?
I'm 5'4".
5'4", and about 190, almost 200, about 180.
Yeah, 180.
Okay. If I were giving you a professional evaluation, I would put you, I would give you a 4.
Before?
Mm-hmm. Because of the weight.
Oh.
And so, I mean, you as far as your face, you're right about normal, average. You know, it has nothing to do with skin color or anything else like that. It has more to do with facial symmetry and things like that. But when you wear hair weave and extensions, it doesn't work for it. It doesn't. It's better to wear your own hair.
Okay.
Because like where your hair is right there, it's going way back on your head. It's like that's I don't know why. What's going?
I get ready on the fly.
But I'm saying,
But you're right.
but so it's not an attractive look for women to have their hair pushed way back there. Didn't Amara La Negra just get like roasted for that? For showing her hairstyle? I mean, not an unattractive woman. I mean, but I don't want you to walk around thinking that you're just like gorgeous or pretty. I mean, you're cute. But you cannot afford to be the size you are and trying to find a husband.
Okay.
Do you want to marry a black man?
I do.
Okay. If every black man in this country, get off of YouTube looking at the comment section. I've told you I'm going to click you. If I see you look down there one more time, I'm going to click you off.
Sorry.
Because I'm not looking there and I'm running the show. If every black man...
I can't see you. Sorry.
I just don't care what the comment section is saying. You need to focus on our conversation. If every black man in this country of marrying age married a black woman tomorrow, there will be 2 million more left. There are 2 million more black men than black women. So the competition for marrying age black men is fierce. That's not even adjusted for sexual preference. That's just so. And you live in what? Are you in the tri-state area? Where are you at?
No, I'm in Maryland.
Okay, so in Maryland, the competition is what it is. The competition is fierce. So you got to ask yourself a question. If you want to be married, are you competitive?
I would say I'm getting there.
So the answer today is no. Okay. How long are you giving yourself before you get competitive?
As soon as possible.
No. What gets measured gets done. You got to put a clock on it. How long?
I say with, not like for the next 6 months for sure.
Okay. In 6 months, you plan on having dropped down to about what weight?
Definitely 6 months. A good 130 for the next 6 months and keep continuing to go down.
So you're 180 now. And you think you can drop 50 pounds in 6 months. I would say you need to talk that over with your trainer. But whatever it is, you got to put a target on it because you're 25. You are 2 years away from what I call danger zone. And you don't have time to waste. You gotta effectively get out there, get competitive, and make yourself available to be found for the kind of man you talk about you want. And you see, black women, your competition, they got married by 23. And in the black community, we have told women, oh, that's too young or too this or too that. And that's why them folks you work with is eating mangoes because they're going home to their husbands. And we got a bunch of women, black women between age 23 and 30 who are just kind of out here twisting in the wind, no clock on anything, just kind of, and then next thing you know, you look up in 30 and it's like, oh, now I want to get married and I want to do this. And it's like, well, no, it's too late for that. So you got to really start doing this, approaching this like with a sense of urgency. the weight, and I say the therapy should go first and then the weight, and then you got to be able to have a lifestyle to support it. When was the last time you were a dress size 4?
I don't remember.
Okay, so basically, the fear a lot of guys have is even if you did lose it, you're doing it just to attract a man. This has to be a wholesale lifestyle change. You have to do this whether you find a husband or a man or not. Because you have a better quality of life. Didn't you say your mother has kidney issues?
Yeah, she does.
Okay, well then you don't want to do that. You don't repeat that. And you do yourself better. Imagine if I could snap my genie fingers and you could wake up tomorrow, a dress size 4, firm fit, or even a dress, you're 5'2", dress size 4, firm fit, flat stomach, not six pack with flat stomach. You would feel a hell of a lot better about yourself just because you like what you see getting out of the shower naked. Wearing the extensions of the weave, you probably wouldn't feel as compelled to wear that. It's just a better look. I mean, you have clear skin, and there's a lot of things you could do with your skin, with your skin tone too. But you got to get yourself in a fit shape for you to like what you see in the mirror. I mean, don't you see the little women who always taking the pictures and they look like, ooh, I wish I had a body like that. She cute. Well, do that for yourself. Do that for yourself. Because when you feel better about yourself legitimately, that attracts a different kind of man. See, it's different to have to attract a man by being over-sexualized, by having your cleavage spilling all out, or having your butt turned around all the side. You ain't attracting no husbands that way. Versus when you just look like a lady. Women have a way of attracting men without over-sexualizing. Give yourself a chance. This is what it means to get competitive. Okay, sis? Check in with me. I want to hear what's going on in the next 3 months or 6 months. Check in with me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Ms. Santos.
So that is the end of the video, you guys. And you seen here, well, most people always say that he's sassy, he's this, he's that, but yet another video of him just being calm with the caller because the caller was calm with him. As I see it, I think he just transfers energies. As he gets energy, he returns it back to the sender. So she was respectful with him, he was respectful with her, and told her what she needed to hear. As far as that is the end of the video, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more, comment down below and share, and I'm out.